Hey guys, and welcome to my 6th episode of my RS3 new account from scratch. In this episode, more money making, more skilling and more leveling towards the end of the YAK track. So in terms of money making, it's something I'm trying to make sure that anything I train skill wise, I'm making some form of money. And at the minute, the best money I found, and also quite quick as well, was enchanting emerald rings. Rings of Dueling have quite a high price at the minute, for whatever reason. Don't know who telly's there anymore. But it's decent XP, and also it's quite a high margin from buying the emerald ring and the cosmic room to selling the actual ring. So I'm going to do that in AFK made for a while. It's pretty much a one click for the whole invo, and all 27 rings are done in one production pattern. And it's pretty chill, to be fair. You can watch something on the side, or you can, like I do, I play old school on the side. And I'll just sit and get some mage levels, which will help when we start combat as well. And we'll make some money on the side. So just going to keep on with that, and I'll come up with what else I'm doing afterwards. So I got a Hunter YAK track challenge, and with skills like this, which are very easy anyway, Hunter with these protein traps is just a cheat code. I will always do them rather than do the skill and kill ones because it's so much quicker. The Hunter skill, I need to get to level 60 because it makes the divine box traps, and they're a very good divination spot. You'll make decent money with it long term because of the Gremwall spikes and the chin jumpers, and it's part of a daily where I can actually train Hunter passively without actually having to train it. Hunter is definitely one I'll probably do on a bonus XP weekend though, because these protein traps are just so good. They're basically one click and it'll just hunt all for you automatically, and as soon as you catch something it automatically lays a trap for the next one. So from that little stint of Hunter, we actually got quite a few levels, and these will all help for quests. There's a lot of quests tied in with this as well. And we've skipped quite a lot of the grindy lower stage of Hunter. And now we're at in the 50s. We will definitely be able to be a lot quicker when we go back to it as well. And we have finished that step on the YAK track. I'm getting close to completing it now. I know these episodes took a while, but we're definitely getting towards the end of this YAK track anyway. So on to the next one. So even though I play this account quite sporadically, it's sort of only when I've got time or AFK time on the 07 account. I always make sure that monthlies are done. Monthlies are something on RS3 which is so overpowered and so worthwhile. You have to make sure you do it because it can actually build an account quite well. So for a lot of things, monthlies will give me lamps or stars or things which I can put on a skill on this account which I don't really want to train. It's how we got 99 divination, which will help us with every skill we're doing and make all our resource skills so AFK. And for the 30 seconds to a minute you're going to spend doing this, it is very, very worthwhile as well. If you don't have Premier Access or Premier Club, I definitely suggest getting it because the aura or the artifact itself is worth it on its own. But little buffs like this, it just makes it even better. So once a month, I'll go into this room for a minute, try and loot the chest. I always save the big one till last because I think that's how it works best, but I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see what we'll get from this big chest. Like I say, it's once a month. It don't take any time at all, and it's always worth it as well. Other things I try and do which are monthlies, Troll Invasion, if I can remember to do it, because that is actually quite a big lamp. God Statues, for my level of construction, is really worth it as well. Gets out of the way quite a few of the grindy early levels. And if I can be bothered, weekly things like Penguins, since they've had an update and they've buffed them, is also so worthwhile as well. As you can see, Divination, banging on there, and we're working our way up to a high Divination level. That's really going to be the core for all our skill training, because I'm a very AFK player. The Grace of the Elves and the Sign of Porters will be massive to being able to bank everything I skill from. I know I'll probably lose money off it, but in the long term, it's going to make it available to skill as well. And when I can do things like make diamond necklaces or enchant emerald necklaces for profit and train my skills as well, I can build that cash stack up just so we could do things like make porters, so skilling's a lot easier in the long run as well. But as you can see from my G history, that's all we've been doing pretty much, is making diamond necklaces if I'm in the mood to craft, and also by enchanting emerald rings. The diamond necklaces at the minute are making such good profit, and even small things like enchanting games necks or just flipping games necks, it's always worth checking margins and stuff. I did have a flipping series on 07, and I kind of try and do that thing here. I don't want to make it a point of doing it, but if I can spot something which has got a good margin, always worth doing it for profit as well. But you can see the sort of profits I'm getting off the emerald rings and the diamond necklaces. It's very good, very worthwhile, and I'll probably get my divination and my crafting to 80 for invention for free, just from lamps and from making diamond necklaces. So one thing which RS3 can be sometimes is the daily scape and the daily scape grind. Daily challenges are something which gives you a boost in XP if you go and do a daily task. Now, for something like I've just done here, I've just done 5 laps of the basic course in Burthorpe, which is no problem. It took me a couple of minutes, and it's basically gave me 12 agility. Now, 12 agility in RS3 is not hard, it's not difficult, and agility is one of the easiest skills, but to do agility decently and not to like burn money, even though Silverhawk's quite cheap nowadays, you kind of want to get 70 agility before you start using Silverhawks. So quest requirement, things like daily challenges, penguins and stuff like that. Once I get divination to a decent level, agility might be the next one. So I'm just sort of ticking off a couple of these daily challenges as well. Slayer is one as well. I'm going to go and kill some random thing in Burthorpe I've never heard of. Just to tick that daily challenge. And yeah, that's what we're doing at the minute. And along with that, you get free spins as well. So when you're on a good promotion, it's always worth doing your daily challenge because it's a free spin ticket. And that could lead you to some form of extra lamps or extra stars. I think that's why I was doing it here, because normally I'll either queue them all up and do them in one big go, or I'll do them if there's a reason. So I can only imagine there was a decent promo on it this time. But I'm going to kill these jelly things in Burthorpe. And then get back onto that YAK track grind. Because we're nearly there. It's took its time, but we are so close. Right, so now is the time for the big plan for making some GP on the account. So, last episode, we did a lot of prayer potion making on World 84, which burned my brain. But I'll put an offer in for 2,000 Ranar potions unfinished, because they will make money. Now, I'm not in a rush to buy them, so I've put them in for a bit of a lowball offer in a GE, and hopefully they will buy. I have also trying to buy some more emerald rings, which will make rings of dueling, and I'll probably make the best part of 3-4 mil off them. I have a big offer to buy in for some uncut jades. Now, these are for the silver ammies, which are for Herblore, which I can't remember the name for them. But they are massive money makers. Now, when you buy uncut jades to do the whole process, you will lose some because that's how jades work. You crush some of them by accident. But if I was to do something like the 3k jades, I'd probably make... For bought 4k jades, I'd probably make 3k amulets, which would be something like 10 mil. So I'd probably make some like 4 mil profit. It's very tedious, and it's a long-winded to do it. But you can't buy cut jades because they're just either too expensive or they just don't buy huge quantity. But I'll probably make a decent amount of money from them as well. And I'll get the crafting XP and the magic XP as well. But here's some more levels we've got from some lamps or from some form. It'll probably be the celebration lamps. Yeah, we're just unlocking quest requirements. We are going to go on a big quest binge, but I need it to be a decent promotion to give me the motivation to actually do the quests. The better the promotion, the better use of the spins I'm going to get, and if the spins are really worthwhile, I will hammer the quests out. I think when we're ready to do the big combat push is when I'll do the quests. Until then, I'm quite happy sort of just skilling away and just doing things and just actually building a cash stack. I'll be quite interested to see how big of a cash stack we could build just from doing things like skilling, because I think it's quite underrated in RS3. Skilling don't really make as much money as it should. But as you can see here, what we've been working on for the past 7 episodes has finally come to an end. It may be uploaded 8 months later than it should be, but we have done it. That is the YAK track done, completed and finished. I took the start of this account and basically every level which we've got from the account, all the money in the cash stack and all the money we've got in the bank has been made through the YAK track. Now, the YAK track itself hasn't given me the money. It's given me things like stars, lamps, rewards. But it's given me the reason to skill, so it's actually finally done. Did I think we'd do it in the time frame? No. 4 hours to spare is a bit too close for me. I think I did use a couple of the skips as well towards the end. But we got it completed, I got the final reward, and we're going to get a level of 72 divination. That is all from YAK track, so we're getting into the decent level for porters as well. And I'll spend the rest of the rewards on whatever skills we want. So that's it. We've done the YAK track. I'm sort of lost of what we're going to do with the account now. We're still going to max it. We're still going to get there. But for so long, it was just skilling and just doing things for the YAK track and trying to unlock the rewards. And now we're kind of done. So I don't know what to do. So if you've got any suggestions in the comments, please let me know. Do you want to see things like Slayer or Combat? I've still got about 3 or 4 episodes already lined up ready to upload. I just need to just do some editing. Change some voiceovers and just make sure they're good enough to come onto the channel. And then I can get them released. I want to get them sort of done by the end of the year is my goal. Is to be all caught up to date and do a couple more episodes. And then we can keep going from there. Now, if you want to see combat, let me know. If you want to see guides, let me know. If you want to just see me do what I normally do, skill and maybe a little bit of combat, a little bit of Slayer, or if you want me to push to things like bossing. On my main account, I'm not the best at bossing. I'm a bit of a revolution merchant, and I try and like use things like Crypt Bloom. But if you want to see me take this account, which is very, very low melee stats, into something which is sort of higher class PVM, watch how I learn. Let me tell you how I find things. Let me know in the comments. But if not, I'm going to come with more content anyway. We're going to do definitely some more skilling for the next couple of episodes. I want to get to first 99. I want to get enough money for a Grace of the Elves. And I want to get the Porters to a level good enough where I can really use that Grace of the Elves. So those are the goals I've got for this account so far. But if you've got any suggestions, put them in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you have, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon.